What is going on, everybody? I'm back with another YouTube video. Now, in today's video, guys, we are going to be doing a book review on Goosebumps book number 12, which is Be Careful What You Wish For. So, I hope you all had a great New Year's Eve, and you really celebrated moving into a new, fresh year. I know I did. I watched the countdown. I wasn't I wasn't terribly excited, I guess you can say. I wasn't jumping up and down in my living room or whatever. But I did wear my New Year's cap, which does have LED lights on it, but of course I'm going to leave them off for the sake of this video. But I'm just going to wear my hat today like I did. I wore my Santa hat when we did the Home Alone ranking, just to celebrate this new, fresh year. It's a new, fresh year for the world, but it's also a new, fresh year for the channel. So I'm not going to say I hope you all had a great year, because I know it was a tough year for all of you. As you probably saw in my community post, I said something about it. It was definitely a learning experience for me. I'm very happy to be able to get through 2020, and the fact that 2020 was how it was. And some of you might say, why would you say that? And I say that because it taught me a lot about how to be a better person and how to just get past these tough times and know how to be prepared for any situation. And, I don't want to get too personal here, but there was quite a few bad things that happened, not just the coronavirus, but some other things that happened personally to me. My political views had completely changed. I used to be I never called myself like a Democrat or a liberal, but I used to really follow towards what the news was saying in the media and stuff like that. And I started watching these other channels out there, these conservative channels, and I started to feel like I was more on their side of the spectrum with things like that. So my political views completely changed, and I'm not a very political channel, and I don't intend to make it a political channel. But when it comes to high school, definitely going to get pretty political with stuff. But I try not to keep it political when it comes to my channel. But a lot of things changed over 2020. I know I changed a lot, and I'm very, very glad that 2020 occurred the way it did, because it made me a better person. I'm going to say that. And 2021, I just hope it's a better year. I hope it's like a break from all that, because I feel like I've learned enough, and I'm ready to accomplish some goals that I'm setting for 2021, hoping to get my 4th degree black belt. I got all my documents written for the testing, and hope that I can get past a few testings coming up, like April, somewhere around there. Hopefully we can get that. So I'm sorry I'm a little bit late on the video. I did go sledding today, so I'm sorry if my face looks a little red. I guess the main reason why I wore this hat was because I knew my hair was going to look like completely crappy in this video. So sorry if my face is a little bit red. I did go sledding today. Very, very fun. And yeah, that's pretty much all the announcements I have to say. Hope you guys had a good Christmas and a good New Year's Eve. And let's start getting into the book review. I'll say everything else in the conclusion. Alright, so Be Careful What You Wish For is one of those books where it just has so many different cover arts and stuff like that. So obviously the original cover art, wouldn't say it looks the best, but I still quite enjoy it. And then this one has an extra one. They only did 2 of these where they changed what the cover art actually looked like, instead of just the color scheme. I actually quite like this one. This one, I believe, was they did this one in 2003, I believe, when they did these reprint copies like this. I actually quite like this. I think it's very, very colorful and very, very creepy and eerie. And then the 2008 cover art, which is probably my least favorite, but still pretty good. I can't remember what one I read on. I'm going to assume that it was probably this one. This one's in the worst condition, but they're all in pretty good condition. So for this video, I'm going to be using the original, of course. Let's read a little backstory. I keep forgetting to do the backstories on the book reviews. When I do these videos, I go through and I'm like, why don't I read like what it's about instead of like having to explain to you? So basically, here it is. It says, make a wish. Samantha Bird is a klutz, an accident waiting to happen. She's the laughing stock of the girls' basketball team, and that mean, rotten Judith Bellwood is making her life miserable on and off the court. But everything's about to change. Sam's met someone who can grant her 3 wishes, for real. Too bad Sam wasn't careful what she wished for, because her wishes are coming true. and they're turning her life into a living nightmare. I always love these books. I mean, obviously it says it in the title. I always love a good book that has that theme surrounded around be careful what you wish for. And I really did love this book. I'll say that right off the bat. It had a few differences between the episode and the book, and I think I liked the episode's ending a little bit better. It was kind of like when she passed the necklace down to the lady. It's almost like she regretted it when she saw the girl getting all the attention and everything like that just after she got rid of the necklace. So she kind of had that little regret. I cannot remember what the ending was in this one. But let me look at this last page. It says, I stood up, surprised to find my legs all trembly. I listened so hard I could hear the air move. Another footstep, louder, closer. Someone was on the stairs. Someone was climbing into the attic. Someone was coming for me. So it was kind of like a... This is piano lessons can be murder. What am I looking at? Let's look at this one. Yeah, because they always feature like 5 chapters of the next book. As I fluttered my wings harder, swooping higher in the air, I glanced down and saw Judith. She was standing beside Clarissa. Judith stared up at me from the ground, and I guess she got her first wish because she had the biggest smile on her face. Oh, so Judith turns into a bird, I think, or something like that, like a vulture or something. So this one, like, kind of like a good thing happened. But also, you could say that a good thing happened for the episode as well, but I always felt like when I saw the expression on her face at the ending of the episode, I almost felt like it was look of like regret, like she should have kept it. Maybe she could have made one last wish that was done right or whatever, but she gave it up, and that was probably the best decision that she could have made. So I really love the book. Yeah, there's just. I mean, this is one of those books where I don't remember too much about the book, and I didn't read it too long ago, but this one I probably remember the least about amongst all the books that I've reviewed so far. But what I can say is that I just always love these books that have that theme around be careful what you wish for. I like some of the examples that they used. I wish they would have used an example where like a kid uses like our wishes for like money or something, and then maybe that has like some kind of like backfire to it, something that went wrong, something that she didn't say completely correctly. They did that in a Haunting Hour episode where it's called Lots of Luck, and it's basically the be careful of what you wish for in the Haunting Hour. And he asked for like a pot of gold or something. And I haven't watched it in a while, but I wish they would have done something like that maybe. But then again, it's a girl, so she asked, oh, could I be the best member on the basketball team? Or the best player on the basketball team? And of course that backfired. Everybody else was really, really bad, but she was really, really good. So she had to be like really technical when she was saying these wishes, otherwise it would go wrong. So I really liked how they added in that technicality with the wishes, and to basically show kids, I think it taught them a lesson. It's like, do you really want to be what you say you want to be, or do you really wish for that, or something like that? Like, let's say, oh, I wish my brother was gone, and then he's gone, and you realize, why did I do this? Because you see, like, you never have anybody to really talk to anymore and stuff like that. I like what it does. It teaches you a lesson, but also adds in fun, like all Goosebumps books do. So I always love a good book that's centered around that be careful what you wish for theme. I can't remember if this was in the book, but I'm going to assume that it was, but in the episode it did this for sure, I know. Where she's in school, she's getting mad at Judith, and she's like, I wish everyone would just buzz off, and then they turn into like a bunch of flies. It's funny. I can't remember if they did this in the book. I'm willing to assume that they probably did that, but I really thought that was really cool. And it wasn't always like it wasn't one of those books where it's the same brother and sister fight kind of thing. They do that in a lot of these Goosebumps books, and I like the books where it's something different, like it's an only child, or something different where the conflict is. It's not always in between the brother and the sister. This one, she's being bullied by a kid from school, and you get to see the conflict there. I like how they did something different. I don't want to put Goosebumps down for this, but they always do that same kind of conflict around the brother and the sister stuff, and it just gets boring after a while, and I don't really, that's when I pay the least attention, is when he's going on and on about this and that. In fact, I'm watching The Girl Who Cried Monster, and that's probably the best book that manages to make that brother and the sister fighting hood the best. But amongst the others, it just gets really boring after a while. Yeah, I have a lot of books up here because I'm reading 2 books as well, but yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about Be Careful What You Wish For. Yeah, I probably remember the least out of this book, but it's one of my more favorite ones. I know that I enjoyed it, though. I can't remember exactly when I read this book. It had to be back in 6th grade, probably. But other than that, it's a really, really good book. If I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, definitely a 9 out of 10. I don't want to give it a 10 out of 10 because I feel like that's just a little bit exaggerated, but it's definitely one of the more favorite of my books. It's like Ghost Next Door, or what's another book that I really enjoyed? I think it was Welcome to Deadhouse. I ranked that pretty high, but definitely a very high on my list. I definitely enjoyed this book, so stay tuned for more book reviews, and that's all there is to say about Be Careful What You Wish For. Alright, so this video, as you know, was basically a viewer request. I put up a poll the other day. I asked you guys what you guys wanted for the next video, and you all said, well, I think 3 people said. We had like 7 votes in total, and I think it added up to like 3 people wanting the Be Careful What You Wish For. 2 people wanted a DVD build, and we had a few other thrown in there, but we had quite a few votes for my channel, so I will put up another poll after this video. I'm sorry this video is pretty late. Like I said, I went sledding, but I will put up another poll. It'll probably be the same ones minus the book review, because I don't want to just keep popping out book reviews. In fact, going down the list now, I'm not sure what one I would do next. It would probably be in the 20s somewhere, probably around like Attack the Mutant is the only thing that I can think of for another book review. So I'm going to put up another poll, see what you guys say. If you want to stream, if you want a DVD build, that's what I definitely recommend. That's what I want to do. But I'm going to leave it up to you guys. I want to see what you guys would like to see and stuff like that. And read my community posts, because I don't like to repeat myself in my comment section or my descriptions and stuff like that. Please read my community posts so I don't have to repeat myself. So whatever I put in the description, it's basically what I would put in the comments if I had to. So read the description if you want more information. Basically what I'm probably going to say in the description is what this video is about, my future plans for videos. Like I said, I'll be putting up a poll, probably a few community posts here and there. Also, I'll probably start saying this a lot at the ending of my videos. Go check out the About section of my channel. There are some featured channels on there. Not sure how to put the links yet. I probably could, but it would just be really weird because you'd have to like paste the link into something, and it's just easier to just type it in and find the channel name there. But check out all the featured channels at the bottom. Definitely recommend them. They do some of them do similar things to from me, and others they're just very entertaining to watch in my opinion. So yeah, that's all there is to say for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you next time.